Over spring break, I took a trip to Asia. I went to Hong Kong and Thailand. Hong Kong is a big city with many tall buildings, rather like LA, but also like in LA, you can find nature everywhere you go. This is the Hong Kong orchid tree, Bauhinia blakeiana. I went to Tai Tom Reservoir on the outskirts of Hong Kong to catch butterflies. This is the glassy tiger, Parantica aglea. This is the common Mormon, Papilio pallidus. This is Stanley Beach. Unlike the rest of Hong Kong, where you can eat dim sum and all kinds of Cantonese food, at Stanley Beach you find fish and chips and beans and eggs and other types of English food. This is the black sea cucumber, Holothuria atra. Holothuria atra can secrete a sticky substance from the back of his body, as you can see in this picture. That makes the black sea cucumber the real Spider-Man. This is the ghost crab, Ocypode ceratophthalma. The ghost crab has vertical eyes on stalks that it uses like periscopes to see as it buries itself beneath the sand. This is Kam-Sham County Park, where I went to see the long-tailed macaque, Macaca fascicularis. What's amazing about seeing monkeys in the wild is not only how fascinating they are to humans, but how fascinating humans are to them. Because we are closely related to them, we stare at one another, recognizing the similarity in one another's faces and behaviors. I went to the wetlands park in Hong Kong to see the blue-spotted mudskipper, a fish I had never seen before that can walk on land.
A mud skipper, a fish that spends most of its life out of the sea. It can walk on land and breathe air. Its life is very different from that of most fish. A fish out of water, maybe, but they thrive here in Japan. So what's made this upheaval worthwhile? The answer lies in the mud. As the tide retreats, it exposes mud flats. Sunlight hits the rich silt, and tiny plants and animals flourish there. All food for a mudskipper. But life on land is not without problems. It's hard work to find a mate. Jumping high above the mud will get you noticed. With eyes perched on the top of their heads, the mudskippers keep a lookout for both friend and foe. And males fight those who intrude on their territory. They must also take care not to dry out in the sun. Rolling in the ooze keeps the skin cool and moist. For this smaller species, a better option is to retreat underground. makes himself a tunnel down into the mud. His heap of spoil is an indication of the extent of his excavations. With the tide flooding the tunnel twice a day, maintenance is a real burden. The tunnel is more than a refuge from the sun. It serves another very important purpose. The tunnel is actually U-shaped, and at the far end is a sealed chamber, the walls of which are lined with eggs. The eggs are kept in air, as it's richer in oxygen than water. The problem is the air that's trapped here won't last for long. So the male travels to the open end of the tunnel to gulp fresh air. Back he goes down his tunnel, where he releases it into the egg chamber, replenishing the oxygen on which the eggs depend. He will repeat this hundreds and hundreds of times until his young hatch. This lifestyle is very demanding, yet the mudskipper has found a way around every problem. The harsh challenges of life in the ocean have encouraged.
While I was in the wetlands park, I made friends with a butterfly. This is the red-based Jezebel, Delius pasitho. The word for butterfly in Cantonese is udip. After Hong Kong, I went to Thailand. This is a 700-year-old solid gold Buddha. In Thailand, I went to Pak Chong and went to a bat cave. While in the bat cave, I managed to trap a bat in a net with my friend. This is a horseshoe bat, Rhinophilus siamensis. As you can see, it is very cute. One interesting thing about it is that it has an opening, kind of in the location you'd expect to have a third eye. This opening secretes a waxy substance, the purpose of which scientists are not sure. I then went to see the wrinkle-lipped bat, Tadarida plicata, emerge in its millions from the bat cave. 1,000,000 bats can eat 20,000 pounds of insects in one night. Then I went to Khao Yai National Park. Khao Yai means big mountain. I saw Asian elephants, Elephas maximus. Asian elephants are smaller than the African equivalents. This is the sambar deer, Rusa unicolor. This deer has a pheromone patch on the front of its neck that it uses to attract mates. This is the barking deer, Muntiacus muntjac. This is what it sounds like when it barks.
Oh my god.
This is the blue crow, Uploea mulciber. Here you can see its pheromone emitters, its hair pencils, emerging from the bottom of its abdomen to attract mates. This is the nymph of a tree hopper. In Thailand, they don't have snow, and so they refer to the tree hopper nymph as Thai snow. This is the white-handed gibbon, Hylobates lar. We've talked about gibbons before. because they are apes and they are closely related to human beings. Gibbons make interesting noises. This is what they sound like.
This is all about the astonishing agility that gibbons show as they swing amid the viney tendrils of the Borneo jungle. But before you swing, you've got to power up. A fresh fruit snack will do nicely. And fruit doesn't get any fresher than this. Right off the tree and right down his chest. As you can see, these gibbons are very agile. There's even a word to describe what's happening right here. If one gibbon were to invite another to swing from tree to tree, he might say, "Hey, you want to go brachiating?" Gibbons have been known to leap 30 feet in a single jump. To brachiate like a gibbon, you'd have to become arboreal, meaning, like gibbons, you'd have to live in trees. Sorry, that's just the way it is.
This is the beautiful common rose butterfly, Paculopta aristolochiae. This is the Chinese water dragon, Pusignatus cocicinus. Catching this dragon was an example of extreme teamwork. The lizard was on a small tree, and I climbed the tree, so the tree bent over and the lizard jumped off, and then two other people chased the lizard down and caught it. In Thailand, we saw the long-tailed macaque again, and I was struck by how well they behave with their siblings. I think, in fact, some of you are not quite so compassionate and loving with yours. This is the white dragon tail, Lampropter curius. This is the Paris peacock, Papilio paris. This is the flying dragon, Dracomaculatus. This lizard can glide from tree to tree.
The Draco, also known as a flying dragon, flicks open specially extended ribs covered with a tight membrane to create a collapsible wing, leaving the snake for dust.
Yum!